Hello YouTube, welcome back to Yasheed Lap Guides. My name is Sir Foch and today we're taking the Ferrari 296 around Snetterton, one of the British DLC tracks. Super tight, old school, really bumpy curbs on top of a really bumpy circuit in general. Quite a mixed circuit, a lot of really slow hairpins and some fast sweepers. And also a really unique last sector on this circuit. Not raced very often as the racing here is rather scarce because of the narrowness of the circuit. Pretty short straights as well, but very tricky, very technical, and to an extent quite dangerous as well. 296, unlike the 488, is much safer here. Also, this is one of the rare corners where white line is the limit, so you can't go over that inside curve with the left side wheel. Something to keep in mind. But yeah, the 296 much safer than the 488. When you bottom out on the curves, which I did a little bit too many times in the hot lap, as you'll see, so there's definitely a little bit more time in it. The car tends to understeer instead of jumping into the space with the rear tires and becoming the new space mission. So much safer car overall than the 488, but seemingly suffering the same downsides as the 488, mainly obviously as always being the acceleration. But let's go through the braking references. Quite tricky track for that, as a lot of the references can be destroyed and often do get destroyed. First, braking references between the 1 mark and the turn-in point, roughly in the middle. Tires a bit cold, so should have braked a bit earlier. Second, braking references the 2 mark brake board. There's also an orange stripe on the inside. Tires are really cold. Going for low TC on the exit. This is pretty tricky one. We're braking between where the darker rubber line starts and when the turn-in brake marker is. Can run the exit curve there. The limit is the curb. Here we're braking just before the rubbered in part of the track starts. Want to go for a pretty late apex and get a good run on the exit. Once again with low TC. This is a really tricky brake mark. There isn't really anything to look at other than the apex, so that's more or less on the feel. Here we're braking when the turn-in brake board is just in front of us. Here, a little tap on the brakes as we get off the green AstroTurf. And run the curve on the exit. And now probably the trickiest braking zone in the whole of ACC. We're looking at the 1 stripe board, braking heavily down to 3rd gear. And then once the curve is cleared on the left, we brake once more to 1st gear. This is just a turn-in lift corner. Don't really want to tap the inside. The rear of the car gets pretty light there as well. We turn in, we lift, we can downshift so the engine can help us rotate the car, and we brake before the 3rd posts there on the right side. If they get destroyed, there's like a light patch of dirt underneath where the post would be standing, so that is a decent reference for that corner. Alright, so this is what I've cooked up. Slight negative toe on the rear is the only interesting thing on that page. Running map 5, not sure if it's a good idea here. It should make the exits a little bit less sketchy, but maybe getting the full power earlier on can be fine as well. Running the pad too, but I think it's relatively free to choose whatever you prefer. Pretty standard Ferrari 1.9 stuff here, not really much to look at. Also pretty standard Ferrari dampers in 1.9. Aero-wise, max wing, a lot of rake. Also important to notice the bump stop range. Could increase this a little bit to gain more traction, but as we're running so much rake already, it's going to be difficult to make the car turn. Also, raising the front a little bit can benefit running over those curves. As you'll see on my hot lap, the curbs quite violently disturb the car. Well, it's not inherently dangerous as the rear stays quite planted, but you just lose quite a bit of lap time that way. So maybe raising the car up a little bit can help with that. That being said, I'll send it for a hot lap and I'll see you on the next one.